Book lovers.
Of course.
Would you like a receipt? Okay guys, so I'm done with the bookstore. And by the way, I don't have a child. That's my niece's car seat. And I also have the AC on because it's kind of warm. But as you can see, that bookstore was so beautiful. I've been there a few times and I found out about it because I work with a nonprofit, a local nonprofit in another town, and they host writing workshops, I guess you could call it, and open mics at that bookstore. So I was just like, this would be a really cool bookstore to show, and it's called Asbury Park Cooperative. So they work with other local nonprofit organizations and they host a lot of free events, book clubs, poetry readings, writing workshops, all sorts of types of things. They partner with different local small businesses and nonprofit organizations. So yeah, that's just a little bit about the bookstore, but it's so cool. It's such a vibe in there, so peaceful, relaxing. The staff were so friendly. I didn't get their names, but shout out to them. I asked to record and they were like, of course, just don't get anybody if they walk in, like any customers, but other than that, they were so kind, they were so nice, and they helped me out a lot. So now I'm just going to show you guys the books that I got. So I'll start with the biggest, I guess, but this is Burnham Wood by Eleanor Catton. I've been seeing this book everywhere and I think maybe it might be like, it's a new release, pretty recent, I think. But I've seen this on a lot of people's channels. One person who really made me want to get this was, I don't know her first name, but her YouTube is Peruse Project. The way she talked about the book, I was like, yeah, I have to get this. The next one I picked up was The Great Believers by Rebecca Mackay. I picked this up because I recently saw somebody's YouTube shorts and they were like books that you can never read again because they just destroyed you that much, and The Great Believers was a book on that list. I have heard of it before, and funny enough, this author Rebecca Mackay, she has a more recent release that released in 2023. It's called I Have Some Questions for You, and funny enough, she was featured on the nonprofit that I work with. She was featured on their podcast. They have a podcast for debut authors and or just books, talking about their books that debuted, or they themselves are debut authors. So her most recent book was featured on that podcast. So I just thought it was so cool. So that's another thing that really interested me in picking it up. And then in my last bookstore vlog at Barnes & Noble, I was like, I put a little note. I was like, because I passed by Book Lovers by Emily Henry, and I was like, for $17. For $17, no thanks. But I did see it in here, and because it's kind of like it's a cooperative, it's a little bit more better for the community, I guess. I was like, why not? I'll pick it up here. So I have Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I know that this is one of her books that everybody loves out of the 3 or 4 that she has that are really popular. And I mean, a book about book lovers, I mean, you can't argue with that. So I'm excited to get into that. I don't generally read romance like that. I know Emily Henry is one of the more, I'd say, mature rom-com authors, so I'm excited to check that out. I was so super happy when I saw this last one. So my Barnes & Noble doesn't do a blind date with a book, and I know it's not just Barnes & Noble that does it. I know it's other bookstores and stuff, but I don't really know of any bookstores near me that do blind date with a book. So sorry guys, I forgot to bring my mic. Yeah, so this bookstore did it. I was like, oh no way, I have to do this. And it was only $5. The genre is, it has a little description and marker, but the genre is classic fiction, and it says risque for its time, a lonely person's rebirth. I'm really nervous, and the wrapping is just, it's really beautiful. It's cool, you get what I mean. But so I'm gonna just open this up really quickly. It's like wrapped like a present. I love it. But okay, so you guys are gonna see this with me for the first time. Blind date with a book. Is it true love? I'm so scared. I do like the size though. I really love small books, so I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Oh, no way! Lady Chatterley's Lover by D.H. Lawrence. Oh man, I have this already. Yeah, I have this already in the, I have this already in the, Barnes & Noble Classics edition. No. Yeah, in the Barnes & Noble Classics edition. But you know what? It's alright. This will be a trophy for my first time shopping at that bookstore. Okay, so that's it. Oh, and then there's some other books that they didn't have. So she gave me a code to buy it online so I can join their book club. I wanted Slaughterhouse 5 by Kurt Vonnegut, but they didn't have it, so I'll probably order that online. And this is just about their membership with the bookstore. So I spent $62, which is really surprising because I feel like for 4 books I would have spent way more at Barnes & Noble. But yeah, I'm really happy. I'm definitely gonna go back to visit, obviously, because I'm gonna join the book club and potentially buy some more books there. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. Thanks for shopping with me, and I'll see you next week. Bye!